So I have this topic that I cover quite frequently, and it's something that I think about a lot. And it's just that I really feel like we were created. Um but yeah, this is really just a thought experiment. It's not really I'm claiming this as a fact. So don't come at me like, "Dude, that's not true," cuz everybody has varying beliefs. I just find comfort in the idea of creation. And I find comfort in the idea that we were, created by some higher power that, can protect us and teach us lessons and put us through things, and I also like the concept of Jesus as well. I'm not any like denomination of Christianity or anything like that. I'm kind of in between that and agnostic. Um, and I'm really big into simulation theory as well. But yeah, what if our universe was intentionally created, as a way to basically test the people and as a way to create consciousness and stuff like that? Um, you know, Simulation theory, it suggests that reality could be engineered. And I think that's really a freaking cool thing. Um, but yeah, if someone can create a universe, they can create an afterlife too. And that's one thing I do talk about a lot. I actually drive my girlfriend crazy because when I talk about this, she's like, "What are you talking about, bro? Come on." But yeah, it's just really awesome to think about like, "Oh my god, we actually potentially could exist for eternity after this life after we deal with some of the suffering." And then, a lot of scripture and a lot of people talk about, the next life will be free of suffering and stuff like that. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? But yeah, I really do love Jesus. I love the concept of Jesus and stuff like that. But I want to be open to like other religions as well and what they believe and kind of form my own kind of, I don't know, form my own opinion on what I believe based on the information that I've received and the things that I've experienced. But, when you pass away, it might be simply logging out of this reality and opening your eyes in the next one. And, there maybe after this life, you'll be reunited with the people that you love. And consciousness could continue beyond this world. And, maybe this life is only the first chapter. Um, but a creator wouldn't necessarily, I don't think the creator of this would be limited in any way by our understanding of physics. Time could work completely differently outside of our universe, and I really believe that it does. So, like, an eternity to us could basically be no time at all to them. A force that was here since the days of King Tut, since the days of ancient Egypt, since the 1800s, the 1700s, the 1600s, all of that. Um, but we've made so many advances, and I feel like, what if they were like putting little light bulb moments in people's head, and like it's like, oh, those aha moments. What if that's like a higher power assisting you in this life? And if the creator was advanced enough, they could preserve pretty much every memory that you have, and even increase your memory and work miracles in your life. Like the concept of God. Um, and if this was in fact created or simulated, they could recreate your loved ones, or your loved ones could already just exist in that afterlife waiting to be reunited with you, and it would feel like one day where they are because time moves differently. This is all just me yapping about things that I believe or like things that I'm interested in. I'm not here to like try to mess with other people's belief systems. I'm just going off of kind of what my idea of this reality is and what I think the nature of our reality is. Um, but, could you just imagine like endless worlds to explore? Every beautiful place imaginable could exist. The concept or the idea of free will could still exist inside a created universe, and I think that's really cool. One thing that's really interesting is like, how could they create consciousness? How could you simulate consciousness? And I think it's a really interesting thing to think about. But throughout history, people have used religion for power, and I don't think our creator necessarily wants that. Um, but obviously, the people that are in charge for a reason, and I know there's a lot of evil in this world, but I don't know. I'm just yapping, rambling. But just because those people used religion for power, that doesn't necessarily mean that, God doesn't exist or anything. Like, I really do feel like there's a higher power looking out for us. But maybe our understanding of things and the nature of our reality has become clouded over time with all of this stuff that we focus on instead of, looking into the reality that we live in. But there's a lot of people that also believe in simulation theory, and I really find comfort in that concept. And I think it's really cool. Now, I don't know if it's like the Matrix where you're plugged in like a cryo chamber, but I do think um, I just feel like, the possibility is that consciousness was able to be created, and we're a perfect example of that. And I kind of just want to open people's minds a little bit. And, the universe is stranger than we often assume. But yeah, I'm just going off of some bullet points that I have and just kind of yapping. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. And I hope I didn't anger any of you guys. Let me know in the comments down below some of your off the wall ideas of the nature of our reality. And yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think about all that. Ultimately, I believe in a higher power that loves us. I think Jesus is cool. I think all of you are amazing. And, I love my family and I love everything about existing. I just like off the wall concepts and theories, which ultimately that's all this is a theory. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.